Directly into that conversation where we are going to be dissecting role of communities in climate action. With me, I have two members of Go Green. Now, in case you're wondering what exactly Go Green is, well, I'm going to be speaking to the gentlemen themselves as they elaborate further. So we'll start off with you, Dr. Young Tello, who you are the founder and president of Go Green, which was founded in 2011. That's a long time ago. Maybe you can tell us more about your organization and what exactly it is that you do.
Yeah, thanks, Shuksha, for once again. And I'm so humble for this wonderful opportunity to just find a way that we can be able to, be familiarized with the mass or community, public as a whole. So Go Green was founded in 2011, but even much back there before, when Wangari Maathai, the late Professor Wangari Maathai, who is also my inspirator, actually was. So when I got the inspiration, I was also watching a lady, fighting against the depletion and the pollution of, the environment, I got inspired. So in short, when I got that inspiration, I went much further to do a research and find a way, how can I register this in a way that more professional, and then integrate youth into it and make youth own it. So in short, Go Green is a youth centralized kind of organization, non-profit organization, where youth integrate is a consortium, or kind of, so the umbrella whereby youth integrate themselves based on their leadership hierarchy, the way they have already registered themselves also and got certified, either as a CBO, civil society organizations, or youth groups or women groups. So that's how we integrate those. Okay. And then we have those programs of like planting trees, cleaning the environment, and also even talents like younger youths, environmental talent, like drawings, and recycling activities, and even also the most that we are currently actually working on, but which I think very soon, if we find opportunity to come here again, we will do a demonstration here on this table. We are dealing also with the green energy research.
Okay, lovely. Dr. Peter, from 2011 to now, the world has changed. Yes. There has been drastic changes in innovation, in technology. How exactly have you adapted to these changes as Go Green?
Thank you very much. In fact, Go Green, as Dr. Young Tello has indicated, consists of youth across the 47 countries in Kenya. But then we also have global groups in various countries. Okay. In terms of how technology has been changing, my part for Go Green, I've been like helping them technically on how to make indigenous trees be able to germinate. Okay. Over a period of time, because of the climate change, you find that the indigenous seeds, because of the changes in, say, temperature or water levels and all that, for them to germinate naturally has been very difficult. So we've been using some technology of short heating of some of those seeds. Right. And then they are able to germinate. Some also germinate as a result of you like imbibe them in water for, say, a period of 7-5 days, and then they're able to germinate. So from then, we now have developed very many seedlings that we share out with various youth organizations, and they grow them. But looking at the digital technology itself, even in terms of how we communicate with our various youth, has improved because of the social media and things like that. So that, when we want to have an activity, we now are able to get people from even remote areas of Turkana, that something that never used to be possible. In 2011, communication was a bit difficult, communicating somebody in Lamu to when we have a function, so for them to attend. So that's how technology has helped us to at least make members come on board and do what we are good in doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we know that Go Green is very active in terms of public awareness, and we know that you engage very widely with the youth communities. So, what impact have you witnessed when it comes to education and when it comes to just creating awareness on the hazards of climate change and currently what we are seeing? There's global warming, there is a lot of deforestation, there's a lot that's going on. So how would you say that this education and awareness has helped these people, especially in grassroots communities? Dr. Kevin, Dr. Young, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Dr.
Thank you.
Kevin, said Dr. Young.
I love that.
For that.
I just take it with a clean heart.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thanks again. There's much, by the way. If I give the viewers a very simple sketch onto, my fellow panelists' question. The youths, we have been integrating them into registering their organizations, like a leadership hierarchy. That's number one. We teach them on how to have their own leadership hierarchy.
Okay.
This is number one. Once we make them become aware of even themselves, they are the leader. They are the leader. The leader is not just only the office of the president or Trump or who.
Yeah.
It's that child, that brother, that Gen Z is the leader. So that leadership, they formulate or come up with a name and write up their visions and mission objectives. Then we go forward and help them to get recognition letters, which push them forward for them to get recognized by the national government to be certified to operate as an community-based organization. So when we help them to reach there, we help them also even to write their constitutions, whereby they can also argue, disagree, and agree on a certain angles.
Okay.
So once we put it on that amazing way and they have their account, whereby they can be able to gather resources, because at the end of the day, once you reach where now you are governing yourself, you must also self-sustain. This is the word actually, it's been pushed there. Self-sustained. So ours, the Go Green, the reason why it's self-sustained or double S as opposite to the UN single S, really just Sustainable Development Goals. We have to learn an organic ways or an easier, simple ways, which is organic, of course, yes, so that we can be able now to, make life more easy and affordable.
Okay.
So we are complicating things, and I think this I can refer it also to the Hindu yogis and something like that. They said that life is this and is this. So it's us now to make all this breath that we're breathing be filtered, the fruits, the food that we eat and everything becomes, 100% good. There's no negotiation, by the way. Yeah, there's no negotiation.
Okay.
Yeah, can also add, I think at the beginning, you would see young Taylor walking with his djembe tembe.
Yeah,
used to be called djembe tembes. He would walk with the djembe around. He would go to schools to train with that djembe, and including this uniform you see him.
Yes.
So that impacted a lot of children, where after planting a tree, you see them displaying their hands, although it's soiled, but they like the fact that it is soiled, but they are going to get the tree coming out. And he's planted a lot of trees along Nairobi River.
Okay.
From all the way from next to museum up to down Rogon. A lot of trees that are appearing there has been as a result of part of what
across police stations.
And with a number of police stations, in fact, if you go to police stations within Nairobi, he's been planting trees with those officers.
A forest.
So they end up accepting the fact that trees can be planted and can grow. In primary schools where he's been going, just the love of being able to plant a tree and liking it, and of course, going to water it to grow. Because planting is one thing,
Yes.
but letting it grow is another thing. So
Yes.
that idea of just loving a tree that we planted and seeing it, how it's growing, has been very impactful, especially to those schools we've
Brilliant.
gone to.
Yeah,
and,
so most of the youth,
yeah.
they just find themselves actually going even ahead of time and asking me, how can I register my organization
Wow.
to play part on what you guys are inspiring us to
amazing.
do? Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that individuals actually know what their role is in conserving the environment? Because each one of us has a role, right? And do you think that people now are coming to understand this better and have more facts and have more knowledge and resources to be able to pick up on this?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. You see, inwardly, we are born with knowing that we need to protect the environment.
Yes.
But as a result of trying to use the resources within the environment, we end up exploiting. But innately, every human being is born with the protection of the environment. I want to address our policies to see how we've been working with people, just to let them know how our policies are protecting. The 2010 Constitution allows the communities to participate in whatever projects government is doing, so that if they want to do a road, they are called on for public participation. If they want to do a health facility somewhere, they are called for to find out, will this physical structure that's being constructed in my neighborhood, in my community, affect us in another way? So just allowing them to participate in such makes them be a bit knowledgeable. You also find that we have community forest association. We also have a water resource users association that are community built. So these tend to walk around and try to, say, train people on how to protect maybe a water reserve, a river, and things like even not plowing, say, some meters to a water source. So it's innate, but because people want a resource on the nature, which is land, they end up not actually obeying. But it's innate. When you tell them, they find, oh, I was doing wrong, so they end up getting corrected.
Okay, lovely. Now, Dr. Young, we know that you are very passionate about the youth.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think majority of them decry lack of sustainable green jobs.
Yeah.
They say that there's not enough green jobs out here for them to be able to make a living out of.
Yeah.
You know, do green jobs pay well, or do you think it should be a case of go into it with passion rather than with the mentality that you're going to make a living out of it?
Thank you once again, Shuksha.
Yes.
Because there's one thing that youths need to learn.
Yeah.
Everything has a system by which actually it's integrated or configured to operate. Even the government, everything runs as a system.
Okay.
So the youths need to learn what is the system, how does this, green fundings, works or such kind. I can say, let me just give you guys a very simple way to understand how these green jobs are divided.
Okay.
They're divided in two different ones. There's the ones which actually I can say that it's just greenwash. The greenwash are the ones which are not, it's not really a project. People just want to eat money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Greenwash. Okay, I've never heard of that.
Is it? Do you want to say the carbon credits?
No. I'm not here to criticize anybody.
Okay.
No, I'm not here to criticize anybody. Yeah. So just get me, then you will use your own calculation.
Got it.
Yeah, and then now you find your content, you bind there, you connect the dots.
Okay.
So, and then we have also the one which is the genuine green fundings. I'm going to elaborate very quickly because in this panel I love that discussion, so that we find a way that we integrate ourselves, not on something which is fake, because everything, there is a higher version and a lower version. It's allowed.
Yes.
Okay. But all of them, depends on what the quality of whatever they are giving. So the green wash is divided in two categories, which is now the the green funding, sorry. The one is a greenwash, one is green funding, which is genuine. The one which is genuine comes on whereby CSR involves. I don't know if you get the word CSR, corporate social responsibility, meaning that these are companies different brands or organizations which are giving back to the community a certain percentage. So this percentage that they pledge now to give to the society is now the green funding. How? Because with one rules and regulations. The projects which is being funded now with this percentage must be based on environmental sustainability or either agriculture, food sustainability, environmental health research. They are there, clean one. You can just connect with it and get funded, but as long as you can be able to prove that this project it's for a collective gain, it's not for a selfish gain.
Right.
You get my whatever. Yes. Now I tell you, so now you separate with the greenwash. Greenwash is something else. You're going to be cooked. At the end of the day, you cannot take people to the court and argue with them. Why did you put me in a business that I was actually doing a risk? So clean, green, please, they are there. They are being funded. The UN are funding there. There's so many big companies, even Coca-Cola, and even Shell. As long as you approach these people with a good proposal, whereby you align your objectives towards what you are trying to achieve, either short-term or long-term goal with your organization. So what we're trying to just before we leave for the break again is that the youths need to learn how they can have that structure, well-structured within themselves, with their domain, and also to have goals that they need to achieve as a teamwork.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my response to that would be, at times we in Kenya, mostly make it wide in Africa, when we do the green things, say we plant things, we end up not getting the final products. We like settling our matters at raw materials. But if youths would get into green economy and are able to produce products that then they value add before they put them to the market, that would mean they are able to make more money. For example, there are many youths that are involved in aquaculture and where they even produce feeds. Yeah. And if these feeds, they would go ahead into even keeping animals where they now feed their green feeds, the same animals. That way, they have advanced the fact that they're able to produce some green plants that are consumed by animals that then will give them other products. Okay. So, like the example we have about avocado growing in Kenya. If that avocado is grown and we utilize it in Kenya, including all other crops in Kenya, rather than exporting them at raw level where only seeds, we would be very far, because if you value add, you make more money. Value addition. Yeah, if you talk about how coffee, for example, is like taken out and the price 100 times, 1,000 times. Yeah, so because of lack of value addition, probably youths are seeing that the green economy is not working out for them. But if they would do it and reach a level where they are value adding, then that would be very useful for them. So very powerful and very useful if youth can engage in green economy.
Now, Dr. Hayombe, as we wrap up this conversation, very quickly, you train others on matters indigenous seed planting.
Yes.
Right? How important is this information, even as we look to the vision that we have of planting, 15 billion trees by 2032? So how exactly do you intend on passing on this information that is by 2032? Maybe you can tell us very quickly, and then we take a short break.
Oh, thank you very much. You see, the indigenous trees, naturally they used to grow very easily. Okay. And of course, a few still grow. But you will find that they are now finding it difficult to grow. So the way in which we can make it more valuable, we've written some books that we've shared in schools where we go.
Okay.
The processes in which we do this, of course, the various different indigenous trees have got different processes. So this is well documented and people can use. And it's something that's easy to access through the Go Green website,
okay,
where people can go and get that kind of information. The point is that the several trees or indigenous trees have got different methods in which they now are prepared through for them to germinate. Although the germination levels would reduce depending on the season, the best time in the world, or the best system in the world is when you plant between September to October. That's when it's called the circadian system of the world. Okay. That's the best time for fruit germination.
Which is coming up.
Which is coming up, yeah, in the next 1 month or so.
Okay.
So that's when you have, I don't know how the world communicates with the seeds.
Yeah.
I found out that to be the best time in which seedlings really germinate, 70% to 80% of the trees. Unlike when you grow them in January or May. A majority of the time we think that when it rains, then we can always plant and
True.
But for indigenous trees, they are best during that period of time.
Okay. Yep. All right. With that, we'd like to take a short commercial break. But remember, as we return, we still have them with us in studio. We're going to be wrapping up this conversation, then moving on to climate news. So make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more.